Hello and welcome to Tae Kwon Do Training. I'll be your instructor for today's show, Bob Lemire. Today again, we're going to work on some nunchuck. I've already had, I've had two shows with nunchucks, and I do it maybe every other year or once a year maybe. And it's a fun little thing to work out with. Very, very dangerous. A lot of people, what they see on TV or what they see, at tournaments or exhibitions, they don't understand until they have them in their hands. The nunchucks, okay, these were invented, I think, in Okinawa. I'm pretty sure Okinawa was invented, but they would use these to either smash their corn or their rice, and it was so much power that they could get a lot of work done with them. And then they got so good with them that they realized it was a weapon. Now the problem is, what I have here in my hands, these are a rubber, all right? It's a rubber. Especially, I'm here with all this equipment, and as I mentioned before, if it left my hand, it would take out all the, you get $1 million worth of equipment. I don't want to be doing that. And no matter how much you think you're good at any kind of weapon, you have to make sure that no one's in the room or someone's close to you. Because if it leaves your hand, now it becomes a lethal weapon. So I always train now. Years ago, they didn't have these rubber ones, all right? You had to use real ones to train. And what would happen is you'd hurt yourself. You'd hurt yourself big time. You'd hit your elbow, all right? Or you come down and you hit your back or you hit your head, and you knock yourself out. The amount of pressure to break a human bone, they say, is 8.5 pounds of pressure per square inch, whether it's per square inch or 8.5 pounds pressure, whatever. And that's not everybody's, everyone has different bone density. But say 16 pounds of pressure on a bone, all right? So if someone put 16 pounds of pressure with a bat or whatever, I don't know, it would break a bone. These can produce 1,600 pounds of pressure. 1,600 pounds. That's total annihilation of that bone. You get hit in the head, you're all done. All right. So what I have is these. This is a regular. This is a regular set of nunchucks. All right. And they're heavy. All right. And they hurt. I just touch myself like that and it hurts. So when you train with these, or you better watch out. You better know how to move these nunchucks around, or you're going to knock yourself out or hurt yourself seriously, especially my elbows. I used to wear elbow pads, and I'm talking when I was 16, 17. I used to wear elbow pads because my elbows were shot from mishandling these things. So we're not going to use the real ones. And as I say, the real ones, they have different types. Some are bamboo, some are hard plastic or hard, I don't know, whatever they make them out of. You can get these online, these rubber ones, Amazon. And people say, well, why would you train? Why would you teach someone, especially a child, how to use these? Well, they're fun at martial arts school. It's a martial art thing, and it's just like anything else. If you're playing baseball and you got a baseball bat in your hand, that's a weapon. You kill someone with a baseball bat. Oh, we won't play baseball anymore. Hockey, you got a hockey stick in your hand. Golf, you can use anything as a weapon, as I always say. So, but this is so much fun, especially once you get going. And if you ever can Google, especially Bruce Lee, he made these famous. Bruce Lee made these famous. Google Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon. And I have to admit, that's what got me going. I watched that and I said, I got to learn some of those things. I'm going to show you just some of the basic techniques. A little more advanced than I showed you before. Before I showed you just how to hit. All right, how to swing, all right? How to swing, just how to swing like this, so that you kept it away from your body, all right? So you didn't hit your foot or your knee. Excuse me. I'm just going to show you a couple of basics, and then I'm going to show you some of the moves how we can swap our hands and the location of the nunchuck, so that you know, kind of fancy and it's fun. If you were into martial arts, you go to a tournament and they have, you know, different things that you can show off your talent. This is great, but you have to practice it because some kids are really good. They're fast and they're good. And I would say practice with rubber. All right, you can buy yourself a good pair. Thing is, and I'm not sure what states, but some states they're illegal. Unless you own a martial arts school, you're an instructor, you can carry them in your gym bag from school to school or wherever, or a tournament to school. So I wouldn't be arrested, but if you were caught with these in your car in some states, it's considered an illegal weapon. So you got to make sure you know the laws before you get a real set. I don't know what they think about a rubber set. I don't think these would be illegal, but all right, still enough talking here. Martial arts, okay, with nunchuck right here. This is a horse riding stance here. When I do my moves, I like to be in the fighting stance. As I mentioned before, I like to be in the fighting stance. You can be in the horse riding stance, but now you're wide open. I like that shot, my body straight. All right. Now, so you're here. All right. You're here. All right. Just, all right. All right. You're here. All right. So you're here. You can swing down, up. You're here. You can come into this position right here. All right. I like if you were confronted and you had to use your nunchucks, you come in, you start here, all right, then you come here. Now, if you practice that move from here, see how fast that goes? 1,600 pounds of pressure. Hit you here in the clavicle, hit you in the neck or the head, or in his head area. It could be death, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be death. All right? You could just watch, all right? Now see from here. Now see how I'm in a good, I'm not keeping myself in a fighting stance with this one here. I'm kind of coming back almost into a long half forward stance or a back stance. I'm keeping my balance here. So I'm coming here, right? If I came down here this way, right, from here to, see, and you say, well, why would put it behind your back? Well, there's where your swing is, right? I'm coming straight. And I keep looking at these because if all of a sudden it was broken, you go through the monitor. I don't have to pay for a monitor, you know. All right, here. You stay loose. You got to stay loose. You practice this in the mirror. You start, all right? And you don't have to start this way. You can start down here, but this gives you a little classic, right? A little classic Bruce Lee. A lot of people like coming in here, close. They'll come in here. I more or less keep it mid, and I know a lot of people want to argue that anyone who's trained with nunchucks or weapons has their own little techniques, and it's the way they practice or the way they learn. Doesn't mean it's right, doesn't mean it's wrong, but if you can practice the way you do and control it, then it's going to work. All right. Now all golfers, right? They don't all have the same swing. If you'd say one golfer, oh, that's wrong, but he's a champion golfer, he's going to say, no, it's wrong for you, but not wrong for me. Same thing with any weapons. So I like coming, more or less in the middle. A lot of people want to be up here for the reason. So I don't know what the reason is. I like the middle. All right, we're here. All right, look at just here. All right, and then you practice that in the mirror. All right, that's pretty easy. You want to do both sides, but I'm not going to do both sides tonight. And the reason is always yin yang. You want to get both. If you keep practicing one way or anything, your muscles start pushing in that direction. All right. If I keep doing everything I do one way, my muscles are going to develop not even. You want your body, especially your hips, all right, and you're moving around. You want those muscles to develop even, so you always have balance. Right? So you're here, ta, ta. Right, now, notice when I come around, all right, I come around, and I'm coming on a 45-degree angle. All right, it's not like I'm going to hit myself in the back. All right, I'm coming down, and what happens is all the power comes here when it hits and then slows down. All right, all the power's there, comes in, and it's slowing down. All right, so that's kind of easy. All right, or you can start from here. All right, here. All right, here. Here, look at it. You're here, down here, and you practice that in the mirror. All right. This is one of the best spots I like with the nunchucks, because when I'm in here, I have the power. I don't like to do it from this stance, from a forward stance or a fighting stance forward or a back stance because I don't have the balance. Right now, I feel like it's a tripod, you know. A back stance is like having a tripod. That gives you the balance. Right? For something like this, I love it. For fighting, I used to fight in the back stance back in the day, but now we fight in the fighting stance. All right? Because there's no mobility back here in the back stance compared to the fighting stance. You know, I've been training for 55 years, and a lot of martial artists, you'll have arguing about certain stances and stuff. No, you can't beat the back stance. That's what I used to say until all of a sudden the Olympics started coming around, 20-something years ago, and we're watching the way the training is starting to revert to the fighting stance, all right, for the speed. But anyway, here, all right, you're here, one. Now, as you come around down here, you can come back. See how easy that is? 1, 2, all right? And it's not going anywhere. Okay? It's not going to hit you. It can hit you if you're not doing it right. So always have the rubber. Buy yourself some real ones if you want to, but don't be driving around with them. A lot of times I repeat myself over and over. It's because once I repeat things 3 times, it sinks into your head, and that's very important. All right, and please never let children do anything with these nunchucks alone. You be there, you kind of do it with them, or you just don't let them do it. All right, and you're saying, why are you showing them? Well, there's a few people out there who would like to learn this, and I know there's a lot of people out there who thanked me. Wow, once I saw that show, I saw how easy it could be, just for a couple of moves. All right, so say we're here. All right, we come in. Right? And you got 1 and you got 2, all right? Then you come back. Now, let's practice back and forth, right and left. And as I say, once you, I'm trying to talk and fool around here. Once you watch any of the Bruce Lee's, this Enter the Dragon is one you want to watch. You're going to love it. It's such a great, and then they have sound effects. You're going to hear it goes, it's really not how it sounds, but it went with the movie. All right, so say we're here, all right? 1, 2, all right? So we're here, 1, 2, and I come back and grabbed it. 3, all right, come back. 1, 2, wait, 1, 2, right? Horse riding stance, 1, 2, 1, 2. You can do that, all right? 1, 2. Look at it. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. All right? All right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? 1, 1. All right? 1. Now, doing this as I'm watching myself. There's monitors here and I'm watching myself, so my mind is kind of I want to make sure that you're seeing what's going on. My mind's kind of always on the cameras, and I'm even missing this once in a while because I'm watching it and I'm trying to catch it as it's on the monitor instead of just concentrating on myself, you know. So say we do this. 1, 2, 3. See how I came around? 4, 5, 6. Right? Come around. 1, 2. All right. You can practice back and forth. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. It's funny. I really to watch myself on the monitor doing this really throws me off because I'm trying to see where my hands are on the monitor, which I shouldn't be doing. Sometimes it's better to just practice up against not even a mirror, all right, and just just try to get the feel, all right, get the feel. So this type of exercise, all right, if you practice this, look at. You practice this 5 minutes. 5 minutes, you're getting a control. That's just 5 minutes. What if you practice this 5 months or 5 years? You're going to be starting to fly. And there's so many different, I'm just showing you really basic today. There's so many different moves you can do with this, and it's so much fun as you get going. And as I say, when I was younger, we would make our own. They weren't even selling them. Or you'd find someone that did sell them or had them, and you'd grab a pair. But they were real. To practice with real ones, you would have so many bruises on your body. And as I said, I used to practice in the biggest room in my house, which was my mother and father's bedroom. Now, I'm only a young kid, and they knew I loved the martial arts, so this is do. A real pair of nunchucks just destroyed the ceiling, because I didn't know what I was doing. And if it left my hand, there goes a lamp that's way over there. Or if it left my hand, a couple of nice holes in the ceiling. They were pretty good about it, as I mentioned before. All right, so here. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, 4, coming around. 1, 2, 3. Now, as I'm doing this, 4, depending on which hand I want to swap, I just swap. 2, 3. See, I just changed from left to right to swap left to right, and it looks like I just keep going. Now, if you just keep going and you're going fast, all right, you're going to start getting a rhythm. You're going to get to a point, and it's just going to go and go and go. I don't have the confidence. I don't train like I used to with these. So my confidence in missing one of my catches or letting it go one reason or another and hitting any of this equipment. So I'm not going to go crazy. I'm just showing the basics here. All right? And this is how you can get some good speed. All right? A lot of times, you're here, right? You can use it as a block, right? Kick, right? So I'm here, come in, right? Come in here, kick, right? Get ready. Here comes my attacker. I go to block. They hit it here. I can wrap their hand right around. They come in with a knife. And, if they came in with a knife and I had this in my hand, they don't have a chance, all right? But instead of taking them out and killing them, maybe I decided no. Because if I came with this and hit them, that knife isn't going to help them. I got way too much distance here, all right? And if I miss this way, I won't miss this way, and I won't miss that way, and I won't miss that way. That knife is going out, and they're going to go out. But say I grabbed here, I can swing it around. I block their hands, which goes into the chain, and you swing. You twist it around, right? Here, you twist, front round kick, or any kind of, any kick you want that would coincide with where you are. Right? So that's the basics I'm going to show you for tonight. All right, let's go over it one more time. Here, all right. Here, look at, and then that's exercise number 1. And as I come here, you notice I come down here. I'm coming on an angle here. I'm either going to hit the side of the neck, the clavicle, or the side of the head. I could, come straight across, all right? that's hitting the head. That's a lot of pressure on the head. So I'm kind of giving them a chance by coming down on a 45. The broken clavicle will stop you dead. All right, I've broken this one twice and this one once in my life. You can't move. You can't move. Your whole arm is gone because there's nothing there to hold it. So you're going to stop your opponent. You hit him in the neck, you're going to knock him out. Hit him in the head, and it's trouble. So what I do is I come down. I'm going more or less for the clavicle area. 45, all right? If I came in, across here. If I want to be nice, I come in down to the ribs. Now I'm only going to take a couple of ribs right out. Again, they're not going to move. Once these ribs break, they can't fight you. They can. They're superhuman because, again, I've had some broken ribs. You don't want to move. You just want to walk away. All right? From here, the legs. He won't be walking for a while. Again, I'm telling you this so that you know. It's morbid, all right? But if you had a bat in your hand and there was an attacker, what are you going to do? You're going to try to defend yourself with the bat. He might have a knife, whatever he has. Or he wants to do bodily harm. You're going to use the bat. If you don't know how to use the bat, he's going to take it away from you and he's going to use it on you. So any weapon you have in your hand, you should kind of know how to use it before you think you can use it. Or they're going to end up using it on you. But if you do practice a couple of these, all right, you practice, all right, look at, I just came right from here, all right, then I came in from here, all right. There's 2 moves to get it back here. Once you're back here, you're kind of in charge. The minute they come, you can go any way you want, all right, midsection, clavicle, all right. Or if you just went here and hit them in the arm, as I said, 1,600 pounds of pressure, all right? There's supposedly 8.5, only 8.5 are supposedly an object hitting will break a bone. If you hit it with 1,600 pounds of pressure in that one spot, it's going to be just like getting shot in the arm. It's just, whether that's going to shatter the bone. It's not just going to break it. It's going to shatter it. And those, the real ones, they're so heavy. They're really heavy. All right? And boy, I train with these, and I have all my, whoever wants to train with me, I have them only with these till they can really get good. Once you get good with these, you got to start training slower again because those are heavier. Now, you've got to really, your muscles are developed now with these. You're feeling comfortable, all right? You're feeling comfortable, but now you have a heavier weapon. Now you're going to really push, okay? And you're really using the muscles. What a great workout. You work out probably, say, 45 minutes with a good set, a heavy set. What a great workout on your whole upper body. You're working out, all right? You're getting some stamina because you start getting tired, all right? And you're learning how to defend yourself, all right? I have more of these hanging around in areas in my house, or and I won't say where else, but because I can. And like I say, I don't even follow up what it. You'd have to check, and you can Google that. Nunchucks legal in Mass, New Hampshire, wherever. They'll either say yes or no. But I happen to be able to have them because of a martial arts school, and you're allowed. But what a defense. Someone's coming at you. They better have, this won't defeat a gun. All right? It's not going to. But any other weapon they have in their hand, this is going to match, in my mind, this can match any other weapon. I love it. But you have to be careful. Get the rubber ones. Buy a good set. Once they're shipped to your house, put them in the house. Again, you better find a nice open area where you can train, because they're going to leave your hands here and there. They're going to leave your hands, and if you use the real ones, you say, I got to get good with these. You better have some elbow pads or something. You're going to start really hurting yourself if you don't know just the basics on how to grab them like that. Right? And once you start doing these type of moves, right? Once you start practicing like this, right? That's my mic. Once you start doing those easy moves, it's going to come. They're going to come. Just keep it going. Keep them going. As again, you can use them as a block. A lot of times from here, you can use them as an attack. All right. Seeing I got my wires all hanging out, I'm not going to do any more of this. So I'll show you a couple other things for the next minute. You're here, right? You can use them. You can use them as a weapon in your hand. They're hard. Remember, they're the hard ones. Here, bah, block, swing, bah, bah. You just come around, bah. You're hitting. There's so many different exercises we can use with the nunchucks for self-defense. And as I said, any move you make, all right, bah, you can use Tae Kwon Do, right? So you just, whether you just missed them on purpose, now you come back with a kick, all right? You're in a certain stance, you can use a kick. So now you not just have the Tae Kwon Do, your kicks, you've got something that's going to back up with a lot of power. And the great thing is, they're long, all right? They're way out there. So it's going to take your person coming at you, all right? It's going to have to take him trying to get close, all right? And I can reach. So as he's coming in, even if he tries to block it, if he tries to block his head, the whole arm's going to shatter, all right? Again, please be careful with them. You know, as I said, they're easy to get now on Amazon. When I was younger, you couldn't find these, all right? You really had to go looking. And I don't even know if they had the rubber. I never saw the rubber when I was a kid. That's all the time I have for tonight's class. I hope you enjoyed it. Till next time, have fun and train hard.